Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi Washington barakatuhu. I hope you are all well by the infinite mercy of Allah Ta'ala Rabbil Alamin. Friends, Azan is a gift from Allah. Azan is not written or made by anyone. Rather, it is a gift from Allah to people so that they can come together for prayer. It is done 5 times daily. Due to current politics, the situation in India has become such that in many places people are demoralizing. With Azan, people may have forgotten that when punishment comes from Allah, people do not have time to control themselves and people are destroyed. In today's video, we will tell you about a person who hated the call to prayer. Even the person who called to prayer abused him a lot, even slapped him, and stopped giving the Azan done. But then what happened to that person? You will be surprised to know that. That's why today's video is very important for you. Whether you are a Hindu or a Muslim, watch this video till the end. Friends, before starting the video, let's pray a little. Oh, Allah, save us from all kinds of sins, who are sins, want to be saved from. Everyone write Amen in the comment and give a like to this video. And those who have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. So let's start. Dear friends, the incident is very old. There was an officer of a high post. Once, he was transferred on some important work to a Muslim place, and the house he was given to stay there was next to a mosque in which the call to prayer was given 5 times. The sound of Adhan started in his ears, which caused the officer to wake up, making him very angry. The muezzin came that morning, and he had to tell him not to give the Adhan tomorrow morning on the loudspeaker, because his house was next to the mosque. Listening to this gives peace of mind in the morning. If I don't give the Adhan on the loudspeaker in the morning, how will the old people wake up? These people come to the mosque to pray in the morning after hearing the call to prayer. You will also benefit from this. Get up early in the morning and take a walk. The will be fresh. The officer already hated Muslims, so after hearing the office, he got angry and said, "There's no need to convince me too much. Kabardar tomorrow morning. If you call Fajr, then you have news." But the muezzin did not pay much attention to the officer's words. He gave the Adhan over the loudspeaker the next morning at Fajr. When the officer heard the Adhan the next day, he became very angry. He hurried to the muezzin, started abusing him and slapped the muezzin. He starts crying after being slapped, and in his heart, he starts praying to Allah, "Allah, who has wronged the servant who called you, you punish him. Punish him in such a way that he regains his senses." That day, the chastisement fell upon the officer, and that night, the man slept in his house but could not get up. For that night, half his body was paralyzed, as a result of which he could not move his hand. Then the officer was treated a lot, but his disease was not getting better. After seeing this, he was fired from the job. Then the money coming to his house stopped, and there was a quarrel between his wife. His wife used to feed him with her own hand, change his clothes, that is, take care of him as much as possible. But even then, his wife only had to listen to abuse. For this his wife also had to endure after some time. Unable, he calls his brother and said, "Brother, I am fed up with this man. I hurt him a lot, but still he abuses me and beats me. Now, I can't live with him anymore. So, you come and take me away. Go." Then his brother came and took him, and after some time, the rest of the officer's body was paralyzed and he became a living corpse. His hands could not be moved and his legs could not do any work, and he was left to look after him at home. There was no one for. After seeing this, the officer's younger brother came to him and took him to his house. The officers could not do anything, so the officer's brother's wife got angry with the officer and said, "I can't do all these things every day. The care of your brother." That officer with his younger brother's wife, arguing about something and saying something bad to him, and then his younger brother's wife starts crying. Then she tells her husband that maybe I will stay in this house or maybe your brother will stay. After hearing this, he thought, my family will be ruined by falling into the trap of that brother. For this, he and his sons together picked up the officer and left him on the side of the road. The friends were very hot at that time, and he sweats because of the heat. And he is thirsty, and he has not had anything to eat since morning. Then the officer sits on the side of the road crying, "Someone help me." "Give me some water and some give me food." And thus the muezzin, who was being slapped by this officer, was passing along that road, when he saw a man lying and weeping by the side of the road. Seeing this, the muezzin went to him. Then when the muezzin saw that it was the officer who slapped me, he said, "How did this man come to you? You were a great officer." That officer recognized the muezzin and folded his hands before him as he lay and said, "My life began to be ruined from the day I slapped you. After that." The officer tells Muhammad everything that happened to him. He says that night my body became paralyzed. Then my condition worsened to what I am today, and all my relatives left me. The officer cried while saying this has to do. Seeing his condition, the Muhammad felt compassion, and he gave him water to drink and brought him food and fed him with his own hand. Even came to the officer and took him to his house and served him well. The muezzin said that Allah is displeased with you, so you seek Allah's forgiveness. After hearing this, the officer begs Allah's forgiveness, and at once the muezzin prays for him, and within a few days, the officer is cured. And moving around, Subhanallah, a woman and a man means everyone should respond to the adhan during the adhan. Do not talk unnecessarily during the call to prayer. On the other hand, listening to the adhan without paying attention and answering it well. We often see that many people watch the TV volume down during Azan. But is it right? At the time of Azan, one should listen attentively to the Azan and respond to it. Have you ever wondered about the moral compass that guides the Islamic faith? In this vast world of diverse beliefs, the Islamic faith stands as a beacon of peace, compassion, and respect for all. A religion that has been guiding billions for over a millennium. It is steeped in wisdom and teachings that have shaped cultures and civilizations. Today, we delve into an aspect of Islam that often piques curiosity: the types of people who, according to Islamic teachings, are not favored by Allah. Now, this does not denote hatred or exclusion, but rather a divine guidance, aimed at instilling virtues and deterring malpractices. It's about fostering a society that thrives on mutual respect, honesty, and righteousness. In the heart of Islam, there's a deep-seated belief in the equality of mankind, where no one is superior or inferior. This discussion is not to judge, but to understand the wisdom behind these teachings. Unveiling the wisdom behind these teachings could offer a deeper understanding of the faith. To understand any faith, it's crucial to delve into its teachings and principles. Let's journey to the heart of Islamic teachings, where we'll uncover 3 types of people who, according to these teachings, are not favored by Allah. This understanding, however, isn't meant to instill fear, but rather to foster a deeper comprehension of the values is promoted within the faith. The first group consists of those who engage in dishonest acts. Dishonesty, in all its forms, is viewed unfavorably within the Islamic faith. This principle is deeply rooted in the Quran and Hadiths, where honesty is consistently highlighted as a virtue to be upheld. It's a call to live one's life with sincerity and truthfulness, steering clear of deception and fraudulent behavior. The second group comprises those who lie. In Islam, lying is regarded a grave sin, one that can erode trust and sow discord among people. The Quran implores its followers to speak the truth, even if it might be uncomfortable or inconvenient. It's a reminder that words hold immense power, and using them responsibly is a testament to one's faith and character. Finally, we have those who do not keep their promises. In Islamic teachings, a promise is regarded as a sacred pact, a bond of trust between individuals. Breaking a promise is seen as a breach of that trust, an act that is not taken lightly. This is underscored in many Islamic scriptures, emphasizing the importance of honoring one's commitments and the consequences of failing to do so. In essence, these 3 types of people, the dishonest, the liars, and the promise breakers, embody behaviors that are discouraged within the Islamic faith.